July 16th, 2024. And what am I doing today? Well, first of all, I'm going to start out with putting the batteries. I got two batteries that I'm going to put into my truck. There they are. So my truck takes two batteries. I have not driven my truck in a year. So even though I put the batteries in, it's not just put it in and start it up. It takes a little bit more than that, but that shouldn't be a problem. Once I get the truck running and I have it idling, just let everything go through, check the oil, make sure everything's all topped up. My backhoe. So my backhoe, or in Russia they call it the excavator, I need to put the battery into that and get that running so that I could use that on my property that is up the valley to do some digging dirt. Probably teach Andy how to ride or how to drive it. So that's that. It's basically like a big shovel for me, a big tool. So if I'm working up there and I'm always digging and doing stuff, that is basically phase 2 of today. This right here is phase 1. Most important, get the vehicles running. That's it. So I'm going to start off throwing my batteries into the truck and firing it up, and fingers crossed, it should be an easy go. All right, let's go to work. Okay, so these battery posts, this is the minus side, this is the plus side. How do you know? Well, there's a little plus for the positive and a little minus for the negative, but also the negative is the smaller diameter and the positive is the bigger diameter. So I got some emery cloth. Emery cloth that's like a sandpaper for metal. I'm going to clean up the posts here and also clean this up so that there is good contact with the battery. All right, let's do that. Okay, well, stupid me. I was wearing a clean shirt from yesterday and I put on my dirty shirt because I'm working with wrenches and oil and stuff. Anyways, I got the truck started. Took a couple cranks. Took a little bit, but it started up. So, sounds nice. That's a 7.3 diesel. Rebuilt engine. I had the engine rebuilt during COVID when I was staying here in Canada. So, a brand new engine. It's probably got less than, I don't know, less than 10,000 kilometers on it. So, it purrs like a baby. I love that sound. Okay, so the truck is started. Now I gotta go work on starting the backhoe. All right, let's go do that. Normally, the backhoe battery area takes two batteries. In this case, I'm only putting one battery in. And the reason for that is it's summertime. So you don't need any cold starts. And in case you're wondering, well, why do I have two batteries in the truck if it's summertime and only one battery in the backhoe if it's summertime? Well, the reason for that is because on the truck, when I stop and if I'm working, I might be using the radio or whatever, and it just adds that extra power, long time use. Whereas in this case, I'm not using the radio when I'm stopped. So I only need one battery, and this battery is actually, let's see, it's a 950 cold cranking amps. So for summertime temperatures, it's fine. It'll do the job. So I got to clean up these posts. I got to clean this area here, and I'll put the battery in. The battery is all hooked up, and now let's start up the backhoe. Hopefully it'll start. Okay, Господи благослови. Okay, let's see if we got power. Yeah, we got power. Okay, let's start it up. Here we go. Okay, you hear that? Battery seems a little bit low. Okay, let's try it again. Okay, here we are. Some dust. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, so if you hear that, that means that the battery is low. So what do I got to do? Well, I could jump start it. I could bring the truck over and I could get some cables, battery cables to the battery, and try to do that and send power from the truck to the backhoe. Okay, I think I'm gonna do that. Wow, it's really starting to warm up today, temperature wise, so I gotta work pretty quick. Okay, here are my jumper cables. So I'm gonna get into the truck, I'm gonna turn it around over here, and I'm gonna come in and park right beside the backhoe and start transferring power from the truck batteries to the backhoe battery. All right, let's go do it. So I got Andy helping me. Andrusha, you're holding, and you're gonna pass it to me right now. And we're gonna hook up to this battery so we can transfer over the juice. All right, let's do that. Now that I have the battery post connected, I'm transferring power from this battery to that battery so that it can charge it up. And I'm gonna wait probably about 2-3 minutes, give it a little bit more time, and then we'll try and start up the backhoe. Okay, it's been a few minutes of transferring the power. Let's see if we could start it up now. Well, look at that. Starts up smooth. Okay, let's unhook the battery and we'll let this backhoe idle for a while before I get her going. Okay, 5,609 hours. That's how many hours I have on this engine. So it's pretty much brand new. And that's why it sounds pretty good. Just that the battery was a little bit low, and that's why it needed the jump start. So I'm gonna leave it idling for a while before I stop it. So I'm letting the backhoe run, let the alternator charge up the battery. If I let it run for, let's say, 45 minutes to an hour, stop it, wait about 15 minutes and try to start it up, I will know. If it doesn't start, then it's 100% indication that my battery is toast. Then I'd have to get a new battery. But if it starts up, then we know that, yeah, the battery was low. It does lose its charge. Yeah, and it's all charged up. In the meantime, I need to put the license plates onto my truck. Here are my license plates. What is it? VT5086. So in order to remember it, VT, I thought of a good name, Very Tough. I nicknamed my truck, it's called the Phoenix. So Phoenix is gonna be very tough for the next, how many more days until I leave? I think we're down to 37 days out of the 40, so we're on day 3. And that's that. Okay, back to work, and I gotta put my Very Tough license plates onto Phoenix. Okay, I have a little bit of an issue here. The license plate that they give, the bolt that I have, it just simply doesn't go. So what I'm doing is I'm taking this file and I'm making the hole a little bit bigger. So I'm just going to make it so that, look at that, fits like a glove, no problem. Whereas over here, it doesn't go through. So take this file and just go like that and make it wider so that my bolt can go through. Actually, I need 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, and a 4th. Okay, so I'm sitting here in the backhoe now, and it's been an hour and a half since I've started it. And I'm checking here in my gauges. It shows that we are charging right there. We are charging, or the engine is charging. And I'm gonna stop it right now, see if it starts up again. If it does start up, we know it was just a little bit of a low battery. If it doesn't start, well, it's either a very poor connection somewhere, or most likely the battery has to be replaced. I don't know, but we'll deal with that later if that happens. Okay, so let's try and stop it and start it up again. Okay, here goes. Okay, so shut it off and let's start it up. Well, look at that. Okay, so it was just the battery that was a bit low. It is charged up. Let's try this again. There we are. We have it shut down. Nice and quiet. Very quiet. Yeah. And let's try start it. No problemo. Okay. And even with a cold start in the morning, I mean, come on, it's summertime. It's probably going to be around plus 15, maybe plus 20 or even 25. She'll turn over, no problem. All right, so I got the backhoe all ready to go. So the issue with the battery being low, so now I can put this cover on, this cover back onto this right here. I put the plates onto the truck. So here they are. And the funny thing is that the original holes were one there and one there for original plates. I don't know. I think our license plates have gotten smaller because only one hole fits and the other one, take a look at this, the difference. That's where it should be, but it's over there. So all I did was tightened it up really hard with one. I mean, it's only for a month, big deal. So my very tough truck has the license plate. I also filled up. I checked my oil. Oil was a little bit low, so I topped it up, and we're good to go. So the backhoe is good. The truck is good. The car I had on the road a couple days ago, I'm ready to rock and roll and start playing with my toys. The oil in the pickup truck was a little bit low, so I had to top it up. This is what I use, is the 1540 heavy-duty diesel engine oil, the Shell Rotella. And I needed about 2 liters into it, so I put it into the truck. So there you go. That's what it takes just to get my vehicles running. It took about an hour and a half, maybe a bit longer. But I'm not finished. I still have to grease it up, but it should be a quick job. So all the movable points that move or that rotate, and there's about 25-30 points on the backhoe and on the arm in the back. Let's go take a look. Okay, so let's say like this right here, right there, up top, all these little pivot points right here. So you have a special grease gun and you got to go through, grease everything up, a couple squirts, doesn't need much. Just I'm looking at it and I could see that it's not dried out. So some points need more, some need less. So I'm still going to do that, but not today, or not right now. It's too hot. But the thing is, I got everything going. Oh, and all these branches here, this is my mother usually throughout the year, any of the stuff she throws into the truck, and then when I come, I get the truck going and I haul that away into my burn pile on my other property. So there it is. Yeah, it takes a little while to get things going, but it's nice that once I have everything done, I get my toys on the road. I got the truck, I can go up the mountain, I can get wood, I can take my mom's garbage to the garbage dump, whatever. Got the backhoe, I go up onto my property, I use it like a wheelbarrow. I dig ditches, I cover ditches, I have fun. Basically, that's it. So yeah, it's working, and that's that. And of course, I have my car. That's, you know, to go to town. That's, you're not going to take the truck into town unless you need to. You know, doesn't look pretty, but it has a brand new engine on it. Brand new. During COVID, wasn't doing anything, so got a new engine put into it, so that's cool. Anyways, I am done. I think I'm gonna go get Andrusha, and we'll probably go into town and get some Slurpees or something. He really loves Slurpees at 7-Eleven. Okay, gotta go. Paka paka. Okay, so I'm standing here in the shade right underneath this tree here. It's 4 p.m. Tuesday, July 16th, and I'm going to turn the camera around. I'm going to show you how hot it is. Let's turn the camera around. How hot is it today? July 16th, 2024. And I'm standing in the shade right here. There's the sun. Here's the shade. 40 degrees. Check that out. It's 40 degrees. It's a cooker out there. And the concrete or the asphalt is probably melting. It's hot. It's hot, hot, hot. Yeah, for July 16th, 2024, let's look at this again. There it is. 40 degrees. Right there. In the shade. In the shade. No what?